So something I wanted to talk about is this 24/7 special report called Food with the Longest Shelf Life. And I just wanted to go over the list real quick. So number one is potatoes, which have a shelf life of 2 to 5 weeks. Onions, shelf life of 1 to 2 months. Peanuts, shelf life of 1 to 2 months. Winter squash, 1 to 3 months. Now, obviously, you're looking at also apples, shelf life to 5 days to 6 months. But something I wanted to look at is in terms of like why it could last up to many months is obviously what I was gonna say is freezing the fruits and the vegetables would end up generally having it to last longer. And then next you have tea, which has a shelf life of 6 to 12 months. Powdered milk is 1 to 1.5 years. Beef jerky is 1 to 2 years shelf life. Canned fruits and vegetables is 1 to 2 years past best buy date. So that's something to keep in mind. Dried pasta is 1 to 2 years past best buy date. Bouillon cubes have a shelf life of 2 years. Peanut butter is 2 years. Dark chocolate is 2 to 5 years. Canned or vacuum pouch tuna 3 to 5 years after best buy date. Dried beans apparently have indefinite shelf life, according to this guy. Honey has a prolonged shelf life. Liquor, white rice. Now, obviously, this report is unfactual. There aren't anything like, oh, this is indefinite shelf life just because if you keep it dry or something like that, or stuff like saying like dried beans are indefinite, or saying you could have it 3 to 5 years after the best buy date. Like this is not a factual report. This is extremely opinionated, and there isn't really much resources I see that would allow this to be a report that I would say is like fully factual. But it's still a good report to look at on the basis of it gives you a general idea of potential foods that still have a long shelf life, but probably not as long as this report would actually say.